Hey all, it's Natty here, and this is how I soloed Dire Maul's tribute. So I'm using Mind Soothe on the ogres, so they don't aggro me as easily. So when we come to this pack, we wanna use Mind Soothe on the 3 ogres, and we wanna mind control the nearest one to kill him off. So when he's dead, we wanna run to the reset spot, so we're gonna jump up here and run behind the pillar. Okay, so now we wanna Mind Soothe the 2 ogres and just run past them. Hug the wall. We're also gonna Mind Soothe this guy. Also hug the wall here because you don't wanna pull the hyenas as well. Let's grab the key from the middle and let's make it to the other side now. So when we're here, we wanna wait on the eye and kill it off when it shows up. So we wanna use Mind Soothe on the 2 ogres here. So we're gonna use Mind Soothe and use Invi Potion right about now. So we wanna keep running until we get to the scarabs. Also, be sure you have your speed enchant on your boots, because you won't make this run otherwise. So we're gonna stop here, be sure you have Shared Pain on, and we're gonna start on killing them off. They do hit a lot, so be careful. Now we wanna swap to rocket boots. You can use the Gnomish one or the Goblin one, it doesn't matter. So we wanna kill off the second eye now. So here we're gonna pop rocket boost and a lesser invi potion and run past everything. Also be sure you swap to homunculi. I forgot it there, but it can save your life if your rocket boot fails. So normally I fear that pack and use homunculi on this pack. And we're gonna reset everything here. So now we want to use Mind Soothe on the ogre and mind control him and let the other ogre kill him off. You also want to mind control the mage because the demon will despawn. So now we want to jump to the other side and mind control the Reaver and pretty much let him stay there until he comes back and the aggros. So I kinda failed hard versus this pack, so I'm gonna speed up everything until I make it. But normally you wanna kill off one ogre, then you're gonna mind control two ogres and throw them on the evade spot here. So you can do that part safe as well. You can just summon your pets, let them aggro the ogres, and blow up the door, do a reset and stealth past them. So at this part we wanna use rocket boots again, and we're gonna use Mind Soothe on the ogres and stealth past everything. So you wanna hug the left side, because the hyenas can see stealthed units / players. So now we're gonna run to the next reset spot, if you do aggro some mobs. So if you jump here, everything will reset. And now we wanna wait on the hyena pack that patrols around. So I'm gonna speed up this part. So let's kill off the pack. I suggest you to kill off one by one, because they do hit a lot and you wanna burst them down. So now we wanna run back to the reset spot and look out so we get out of combat and swap gear if we need to. So these are the runes I'm going with. So I'm gonna use consumes now, because why not? They are cheap, and that extra damage do help a lot. So we're gonna use Eye of the Void versus the caster, and use Curse of Tongues, just because to slow his casting speed, and we're gonna use Curse of Shadows versus the king. So now we wanna let my eye tank for a bit and dot the king up. I also pop Homunculi right after. So I do pop lip now, so my pets get aggro again, and we can nuke a bit and squeeze in that extra damage. Try and always have your dots on the boss. So I use Vampiric Touch on the ogres, just to get some extra healing and mana. You also wanna dot up the caster as well. And pretty much now we just kite around. So we're gonna use a dummy now, so it takes aggro, and nuke the boss down a bit. So the boss do hit a lot, so be really careful. And the caster do also hit a lot. So be sure you have Curse of Tongue on him. You can also line him. So I'm gonna use Xylip now to squeeze in some more damage and let my pet tank for a bit. So I'm running to the caster now to silence him so he doesn't get the heal off. So don't use Shadow or Death on the totem because that nearly killed me. So we're gonna use another dummy now to rig up some HP and dot the boss up. I'm using the PvP trinket here because you can't get out of the snare. Also, the king can stun you, so it's a good thing to use. And there you have it. So what I did notice with this run is that the mage and the shaman is the easiest one, and the priest is the hardest. So if you're versus the mage, you want to be sure to dispel the bloodlust he cast on the king. And if you're versus the priest, you want to be sure to dispel the renew he can put on him. So we're waiting on the chest now, and let's hope we'll get something good. So the talents I'm using for this run and this is my gear. And these are my stats. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe and like. Bye.